What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's episode 79 of the Dadbod Golf Pod. It's terrific, spectacular Tuesday, and we're ready to rock and roll. Tuesdays are not that fun. You know why? Because typically they're not that fun because the week has not quite gotten off the ground yet, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Tuesday sucks. You're welcome.
Tuesday sucks unless you start listening to us. Then we'll give you that little spark of joy to get you through the rest of the week. We are proud members of the Believe Podcast Network, the #1 podcast network for professionals. My name is Kyle. As always, we got Ben, we got Nate. Our week is just barely kicked off. We're ready to keep it going. What's up, fellas?
Hey, man. It's like an underrated worst day of the week.
It's so underrated.
Like Monday kind of overshadows it, but Tuesday sucks. Also, our
course is
club
closed.
I belong to is closed. Yeah, so I've always thought of Tuesday as kind of a inferior day in all regards.
It's terrible. It's the worst day. It's the worst day. Because Mondays, like you have to get caught up. You have to get caught up in work. So you can't typically go play or hit balls or whatever. Tuesday, you may have worked real hard on Monday, and you got like 2 o'clock rolls around. You're like, hey,
there's nothing.
I might go smash a bag of balls real quick. Can't do it in our course. And Tuesdays are typically always the most beautiful day of the week too. So
it's gorgeous on Tuesdays. Yeah. There's nothing to watch. You've got Monday Night Football at least. Tuesday you got nothing. Oh, we got basketball coming up, but yeah, usually Tuesdays
got nothing to watch.
Dude, speaking of nothing to watch, and this is not a segue. I was this weekend there was nothing on TV, so I turned to ESPN, or it was like in between stuff. They had the ultimate like tag championships on ESPN.
The one where they're running in and out of the things, and they're like
all the obstacles and stuff.
Yeah. It was intense. Like I was like,
that stuff makes me nervous, man.
It makes me. I'm on edge because I'm like, some dude's gonna jump a little bit too high and hit his head on a rail or something like that. Like it's intense.
And like when they get real close and they've almost touched the other guy and they don't quite get there, and what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, you went high, he went low, you missed it. And then the clock runs out.
And the scoring system is perfect. Like it's like 15 or 20 seconds, and if you don't get caught, you get a point, and if you catch the guy, you get a point. Like it's excellent.
It's cut and dry. It does not take long to grasp.
You know exactly what's going on.
I had no idea we were going in this direction with this conversation.
And if it was possible, you could probably bet on that on those at Betonline.ag. You guys need to head to their new updated desktop and mobile website, sign up today, and receive your 50% welcome bonus. Maybe you could dump it all on Ultimate Tag. I don't know. We'll have to check out.
I hadn't seen if Ultimate Tag's featured on there or not.
We'll have to check it out. It should be. If it's not, just use your promo code BLEAV, BLEAV 50 to receive your bonus. You give them 100, they're going to give you 50 back to play with.
I love it.
Basketball, football, NHL, boxing, UFC, golf. You know, we're known for our hot golf picks. Even your favorite Vegas casino games. Go get you some blackjack, play your little virtual craps. Don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports. BetOnline, where the game starts.
Fastest virtual craps with the most casual. Like it's no big deal.
Yeah, we do it on every Tuesday.
And every single time I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose so much money doing that. Whatever.
Virtual Craps Tuesday. I love it.
It's fun. Let's take 100 from now on Tuesdays and just burn it on craps. See what happens.
You guys want to know what else is the gamble?
What's that, Ben?
Going to a Halloween party on a Friday night and a bunch of guys promising you they're going to play golf with you on Saturday morning and them not showing.
Ben, you got catfished?
Ooh. It wasn't just catfish. So I'm going to call him out.
Names.
I'm going to call him out. He is a friend of the program. He has been with us on Friendship Friday.
Oh no!
I go to Don Crow's party on Friday night.
Dirty Donnie.
Dirty Don. Gotcha.
I was not supposed to be able to play golf, but that changed after my wife had a Coors Light or two.
Coors Latte.
She said, you are okay to play tomorrow. And I said, Don, I'm in. Because Don had asked me like 3 times last week to play.
Don.
And he goes, all right, you're in.
Which one of his 12 costumes was he wearing at this point in time?
He did.
This guy, these big Halloween guy.
Big Halloween guy. He did Jon Snow, and his wife was the mother of was the mother of dragons, and their dogs, they dressed up as dragons that were running around the house.
That's
which
great.
Was pretty phenomenal.
That's pretty hardcore.
He was Ted Lasso a couple of days before.
Yes, he was.
It was absolutely phenomenal.
If you go to our Instagram, you can see Ben's costume just from his neck down, because I guess you don't know how to use Instagram, or maybe that was on purpose. I don't know. The Instagram picture if you go to Instagram right now, the picture of you solo just cuts off right here.
It's
just
right
at your jugular. Yeah.
It really
Which is funny, because my Instagram, it's the full body shot.
Yeah, nope, not on the Dadbod Instagram. Yep, gone. There he is. Yep, literally from your knees to your neck.
They have the fitting tool, Ben.
But a lot of people still liked the post, so that was good. Not as many people that liked the post about me saying the hot dog machine.
I was having a fat day. You guys leave me alone. I was having a fat day.
I was just playing like Chubby it was cheeks. A guess who. I thought it was like a guess who. Like quite right to see who it is.
It owns your wife.
So anyway, let me get on with this story.
Get on with the story.
Because I'm still upset about it.
This is what you do to us.
And so yeah, I know. And this I'm able to reel again. And so Saturday morning rolls around, and
please tell me you went to the course.
I did not. Yes, I did go to the course. I did not tell him that, but I did go. If he's just now hearing this, he's going to be so upset with himself. This is breaking news, because I totally told a white lie, so that way I could just completely try to make him not feel bad, because I knew he would. Yeah. And so tee time is 8:50.
Strike two.
Kind of a dumb idea.
I said, well, that was the thing, is I told them all week. I said, no. Well, the thing is the party it broke up a little early, because they knew people would not want to be there real late. So it did break up at like 9:00. So with it breaking up at 9:00, I was like, it started at 6. So I was like, I'm going to be able to make that tee time. I'm good. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm in. I'm good to go. And so, it gets to be, I guess it was like right at 8:20 or whatever. I sent a text. I said, hope you guys are still good. This is where my concern set in. I didn't hear anything from anybody.
Crickets.
Yep. And I said,
and you like every now and then you'll see like the 3 little dots pick up and then go away.
No,
they come up and they go away.
No, because he's poor and has a droid, so that doesn't do that. So,
oh my God. Strike 3, Don.
He's a Bryson guy. And so
the Ryder Cup, and you have a droid.
Yeah, I know. Big Bryson guy. So next thing I know, I said, you know what? I'm going to go anyway. This is not abnormal. There have been times before where he just does not check his phone. So he may not have checked his phone.
Not a big communication guy.
Yeah, not a big communication guy. So I'm sitting in the parking lot at the AU club, and it's like 8:30, and he drives a very colorful car. I'm not going to call it. I don't know if he wants everybody knowing what he drives or not. It's a very colorful car, very bright car. And so I'm like, I don't see it. And usually he's at least there 20 minutes prior to tee time. So then it gets 8:50. I still have not left my truck. At this point, I'm doing nothing but scrolling through Twitter and tweeting a bunch of stuff. I'm chirping back at people for football and everything else. And
you're just having a grand old time in the truck.
I'm having an awesome time all by myself.
Watching all these guys actually go play golf.
No, actually, that was the funny part. There was hardly anybody out there at the AU club, because that's where we were going to be playing. There was hardly anybody there.
Nobody plays on game days. Nobody.
And so, well, that's why I thought we could blow through it real
primo
quick,
time,
be done. And so, and so then 8:50 rolls around. So I call. I'm like, I hate to do this, but I got to call. Like now I'm legit like worried that he hasn't responded. And so I call, nothing. So then at like 5 after 9, he calls me back. He said, hey man, were you calling about the tee time? Yeah, I canceled that this morning. But I did,
he woke up and canceled the tee time with the course,
back to bed,
but not with you. Didn't want to get charged for the tee time, but didn't give a flying crap about letting you know.
No doubt.
Dirty Donnie.
And so that was the thing. I flat out told him, I was like, that's
not
cool.
Today, Ben.
I'm headed to Panera Bread to get the girls some breakfast.
Oh, say that out loud on a podcast.
Like 5.
Little did he know that I'm in my full get up, man. I am so prepared today. I got my Q-zip. I got my Swannies Q-zip on. I've got my tour pants on with the splits down the leg. I got my printed shoes on. Man, I'm so excited to be out there because I'm feeling good. I didn't have a lot to drink on Friday night. I'm feeling awesome. This is gonna be a great day of golf. that
you were feeling that smooth 78.
I was fit, and we were going to be playing from the whites. I was going to have a lot of wedges in my hand, Kyle. I was pretty excited, man. I was feeling it.
Don, big whites guy. So.
Big whites guy.
I was
white tees.
Yeah.
So I was feeling it, and then I just, man, what a letdown. I was so disappointed.
That's a big no-no.
And I thought, is that a big no-no? Is that a big faux pas? I mean, is that something that's kind of understood amongst drinkers?
And he called the course that he's awake. He should never have told you that he canceled the tee time.
I bet you he called it in that 2-hour window too. So he probably called at 6.
The pro shop doesn't open until 7. He couldn't have canceled it before 7.
Well, he was calling right as the phone got turned on. Probably.
Do y'all have some rules at your place about canceling tee times? Do you have
on the weekend? He would have gotten charged. Yeah, he would have gotten charged. Because I mean, in theory, I know it was a game day and it wasn't that crowded, but in theory, $8.50 on a Saturday, like they're gonna make their money whether you show up or not. Like that's a no. You can make a 4:00 on Wednesday afternoon if you don't show up, nobody cares. But yeah, you take a premium time. Mm-hmm. You better if you have a foursome written down, they'll charge you everybody's name who's down. Will get charged. They'd probably charge you a guest fee. You know,
you better check that credit card statement.
Well, not you. They would have charged Donna.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I had something.
So that's a no, right? Like you can't do that to guys, right?
No, that's definitely a no. That's frowned.
Yeah. So we had talked about having Don again on for Friendship Friday, but he's going to be on a little bit of a
have y'all ever canceled a tee time for being hungover?
Yes,
I'm sure I have.
I've not. I've suffered through it. I've been miserable.
Or like on a nasty weather day, people call and cancel it. I know that's what you're supposed to do, but on a nasty weather day, I just kind of let it ride. Like on a day where like it's freezing cold and raining and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't cancel those.
No, I'm from that school too. On the hangover thing, I'm like, if you're gonna party the night before, you deserve.
No, I've teed off in horrible shape before.
Yeah. Oh.
I've not been able to tee a ball up before.
I've played in a tournament. I've played my first round of a tournament where I was in bad shape, and my dad was not happy.
No,
you got to get back on the train. You need to have a Bud Light in your hand on the first tee box.
I played in a member guest, and we had a real good time after the first round of the member guest, and the second round of the member guest was absolutely atrocious.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
And it was 100 degrees out.
Slob fest.
I mean, it was unbelievable. And that was the thing is he was wanting to take us on the Calcooter. And I was like, buddy, do not take us. No, this is not a solid plan. We're not finishing strong today.
So speaking of that, on last Thursday, I was playing, and Thursday's my day. I'm off, and it's a big day for me. I look forward to it all week. And I was getting to play with Kyle, who I love and adore. It's one of my favorite guys to play golf with. Ben couldn't play with us that Thursday. JJ Armenia, who was on the show, and I've come to really respect and love and adore. And I
had to work.
Ninth green, just as casual it could be. Like you might have thought, and which Kyle's a deadpan guy, which you might have thought that he was saying like, man, I think this break's left. He like is lining up his putt on ninth green. He's like, yeah, probably gonna have to leave after this. What? When we've got this crazy like 3-man bet where you like 2 guys play 1 guy every 6 holes and it rotates, and it was intense. The friendship was awesome.
Okay, so here's the best part.
I don't know JJ super well, so Kyle is the kind of the connecting part here. Now, obviously, me and JJ became really good friends. But yeah, Kyle just bounces for work. Which, listen, I believe it because I know that Kyle. The only thing Kyle loves more than golf is golf with his bros. Exactly. So I know it hurt him.
It hurt.
And
bad.
Me and JJ spent the entire back 9 talking about how can we make Kyle hurt even worse.
The text message you sent, like with the wrap up of the back 9, was absolute classic.
Was it FOMO material? Yeah,
it was definitely FOMO.
I did a hole by hole, like a small paragraph per hole. It took me like 25 minutes to type.
Here's the deal. First of all, typically leaving the middle of a bet is a gigantic no. But I was playing. If I was playing bad and left, then you're like, hey, this guy just is trying to run out on a bet. But I was not playing bad. I was not playing bad. I was only a couple over after the 9. I parred 9 and then I had to leave. But hey, that's Thursday. That's another one of those days. If you can get free in the afternoon, there's nobody out on the course and it's fun. It's fun.
Hold on. Let's not take it down that road because I want to go back to the story. I knew this happened because y'all said it happened. What you failed to tell me, Nate, in the group text, the Dadbod Golf Pod group text, was that the two of you were playing together. I didn't know he did it to another fellow Dadbod Golf Pod.
Oh, yeah.
Because you usually play like in a group ahead of Kyle, or from what I've been told, like Kyle played a different group.
We were in the same cart.
I didn't. Yep. Oh, man.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't.
You rode JJ. You ran right by myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right.
So me and JJ had to go through the whole process of combining carts if we didn't want to awkwardly be two guys playing in two carts. Also, the hot dog machine was broken. So
yeah, you had a bad experience with that too.
But the back nine with JJ really connected with him. So that was pretty cool.
You like him better than Kyle now?
I mean, I respect him more than Kyle for sure.
That's perfect. Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. There's one thing.
What's respectable, Kyle?
Let me tell you something that's very respectable, and that's anything you can get at Swannies.co. You can use coupon code DadbodGolfPod-25, and you can get the most respectful styles that are out there, from hoodies to pullovers to polos to anything. They got.
You know what they won't do? They won't stand you up and they won't leave you on the course. Swanee stays with you, and they show up when needed.
They play all 18.
They show up when they say they're going to show up, and they're there for the whole ride. Absolutely, they'll never
hungover. Guess what? Swanee's Q-Zip still
there.
fits just as fine. It's going to be there for you.
They'll never leave your side. Never leave your side. Swannies.co. Check them out. Sorry.
So excited.
Moving on. Kyle sucks. Moving on. Got it.
We've got a list.
It's list time.
It is list time.
I've been yearning deep in my loins.
Every morning I just wake up and make a list for the show, and they always turn it down. No, I'm kidding. All right. So we're, first of all, before we kind of get to the official list, so no showing for a tee time. If you're going to leave, you do need to do it after 9 holes. That I say that's if it has to happen, because you can figure out the bets, you can pay out, you can you can stop the bet halfway or whatever. If you leave on 14,
unless it's an emergency situation.
But
wife call, kids call, whatever.
But otherwise, if you can help it, you can leave on 9. If you leave on like 14, because you're for whatever reason that's not an emergency, that's like you don't get texted the next few times that we play.
Yeah, you got to sit a few out. You got to sit a few of these out.
We're gonna kind of roll this in before we get to the top 5. You basically get one time that you are allowed to be late or show up, coming in hot. Like there needs to be plenty of warning. But if you're the guy that always shows up at 8:58 for the 9 o'clock tee time, I'm not about that. If I'm standing on the tee box and you're whipping in, trying to get your glove out, and sorry, and then you're on my team and you shank 2 into the woods because you're like out of breath from running from the parking lot.
You're stressed.
You know what the tee time is. Get there on time.
Get there on time. It's not hard.
I'm okay if you at least give a warning. Like you guys have given warnings for you, like coming in on 2 wheels, coming in hot, got to be, because we got stuck at work or something. I'm fine with that. I got a bigger problem with the habitual guys. Like we had a buddy that we played with in college. It was always something. Like it was not something that was every blue moon where it's like, hey man, he's going to be a little late, so we're going to have to wait. Like I get that because an emergency came up or something. But the guy that's always, when the tee time's at 8:50, and like Nate said, they show up like at 8:50, and then when they defend it, that's what really upsets me. Mm-hmm. When they're like, well, the tee time's 8:50, I'm like, yeah, you're hitting the first ball at 8:50. We're not getting out of the car. We're not loading up the car.
On time, you're late.
6 beers. That's right. And you know what? When would you guys take care of me, and then I'll take care of you when we get off the course? I'm like, no,
bring your butt on.
Yeah. Now, like if you're playing
I hope they charge you double. How about that?
You're trying to grab 9 holes on Thursday at 5 o'clock, and you're coming from work. That's fine. I understand that. That's but at Saturday morning, you ain't got no reason to be late. That just means that you didn't.
Not just Saturday morning.
That's poor planning on your part.
A standing group. Like we had like a standing time every week that we played, and this dude was late every single time. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Like you knew last what time it was. You know what? You knew a year ago what time it was.
I get one time the dog gets out, there's some kind of weird emergency, kids, whatever, one time every few months you're pulling up hot, but other than that.
Yeah. And it's worse when it's a club like we all played this club growing up in the place that we live, the Muni Indian Pines. Mm-hmm. Like it gets so backed up. They're like regimented. Like they will just tell you try again next week if you miss your tee time. And if you got that guy that's like, you're sweating, you're on the first tee box, you're like, I'm not going to be able to play. I got to force them. Like, and that's another thing is like they like pair. If you only have two, you're going to get paired with somebody, especially if it's in the morning. So if you say you got four and only two show up or three show up and they can't combine you and that screws their thing up, that you'll be out on that one too. So those are even worse. That's stressful.
We have a standing day that we play on Sundays, and we haven't been able to lately because of some health issues with some guys. And we will get out there, and it's a public course. And you can probably figure it out. But I hate when we get there and like we drive down to the tee box because the tee time is at 1:10. And so we drive down there and we're there at 1 o'clock, 1:05. Well, then it gets like 1:07 and the guys that are supposed to be teeing off ahead of us have yet to show up. And so we'll tell the marshal, we're like, let's just go ahead. Well, I mean, you got guys ahead of you. They're not here, man. Like they missed their
101.
You're out. You're out,
like,
buddy.
What are we waiting on? It's like, let them get back in line. You know what? It's our turn, so they can take our tee time. We're gonna go ahead and get out of their way. How about that? And they're sticklers on that though. They let them keep it, and they let them get away with it. So they keep doing it.
I've never understood getting there close to time. I know Kyle's like this. I think Ben's like this too, especially on a weekend. Like I want to get there an hour early. I bring my breakfast. I like to hang out. I like to talk to the pro shop. I like to go, talk to the cart guys, see what was it like downtown last night. I like to go down to the range. I like to fully immerse myself in the course before I tee
100%.
off. Maybe that's just the old cart guy in me, but
I've thought of a good joke on the way in. I'm ready to go rip it out in the locker room or
I go make sure the cart girls got tequila shots because I don't do Fireball. Like I do a lot of prep work before I get out on the course. So without further ado,
speaking of prep work, Nate's been working on this list of the top 5 golf no-nos, and we're going to rip through it really quick.
I want you to open up your notebooks, kids, and then I want your feedback. Okay, if you think we missed one, if you think one of these is a doo-doo instead of a no-no, then
or maybe it's just doo-doo.
Let us know. Okay, all right, number 1, top 5 golf no-nos. Your name should not be on your bag or your ball, okay? And the only exception here is if you're like poking fun of yourself. Like if you're like
a tour pro.
Or if you're a tour pro, you better be a scratcher better, or you better be making fun of yourself. Like you could say like, Ben, I can't break 100 Taylor. That's fine. I got no problem with that being on your bag or your ball. Otherwise, absolutely not. You can have a picture of your buddy's face on your ball. That's funny. But your name, your initials. If your grandmother gives you a Pro V1s with your initials on them, take one of those little markers, mark it out.
Yep. Don't do it.
That's a no-no.
Don't let me see it.
Absolute no-no.
I'm in 100% agreement with this. 100% agreement. You better.
Man, why are you acting like that? Why are you looking like that?
I have both my name on my bag.
Oh my god.
And I have personalized golf balls.
Does your name just say Ben Taylor?
That's my name, isn't it, Nate?
I didn't know if it said something funny, which would make it acceptable.
I got a question, Ben. Was it a gift?
It was a gift from the place that I work. It actually has a company logo and my name on it.
On your bag?
Yeah, on the bag.
Nate, can we get a ruling?
That's like a borderline exception.
Same thing with the balls. The balls have the name of the show that I do on my golf balls that work bought for me.
Ben,
if I liked you better, I would make an exception.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still not.
I'm barely going to let this slide, but actually, I'll tell you what, Ben. You've seen the list. You get an exception here, or you can use it down the road. There's 5 of these. So it's up to you.
No, I want the exception here because I didn't pay for it. It didn't come out of my pocket. Either one did.
Okay. So I'll say this.
How many balls are there? I mean, they don't give you like an endless supply of these balls with your show's logo. I mean, you're going to run out at some point, right? Or do you continue to re-up?
I have not run out since the last ones they bought. They did that thing where you can do the Titleist thing, and they bought the case, and then you can like.
And why have you not given any of these to us? Because I'm not sure if you guys know this. My company does business with your company.
Oh, I thank you for it, but I'm not your sales rep. You need to talk to your sales rep about that.
Contact your sales rep.
You need to contact your sales rep if you don't mind. Her
Ben.
name is Miranda. Shout out to her if you will talk
What's
to her.
up, Miranda?
Ben, be honest. Be honest here. Ben, have you ordered the golf balls with your logo on it separately at least once? Be honest.
Both companies that I have bought the Ben and Friends ones that I have, and then when I worked for a nonprofit before, they ordered those as well. Okay. So I have not. No, I have not put my logo on there.
Okay, so everything named and logoed, you're going on record as saying they've all been sort of like gifts. They've all been.
They have all been. They were bought for me. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
No, well, I'm going to give you that exception there, but you have no more exceptions left.
Let me tell you something, buddy. You're walking a thin line.
You do not have a case on your phone right now. Okay. You don't.
You are. Oh boy, it is thin ice, sir.
Okay.
You better be careful.
No, because I have seen. Listen, we're not giving anything away here. I've seen the list that Nate had, and I am guilty of every single one of them. So that's why I'm taking this one, because I didn't make a conscious choice on this one. Two? But I made a conscious choice on all the rest of them.
All right.
Here we go. All right.
So I don't have the list.
Speaking of number two.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tour Pros get an exemption on basically everything on this list. Staff bag. No. Only place you should have a staff bag is in your garage. If you want to put some extra clubs in there, that's cool. That's a cool look. I like guys who have a big staff bag. But if you're walking up to the golf course with a staff bag and you can't shoot 69 on command, no. Turn back around. Yeah.
You went right with that one.
Let me go a bit further than just the staff bag.
Turn back around and go get you a little light hoofer.
Yeah. Let me go further than the staff bag. The quote unquote, I call it like a half staff bag. Like
those cart bags.
Those cart bag things that they've made like out of light material, but it still takes up over half of the back of the cart. Yeah. And they're like, but it's not a staff bag. I'm like, bro, you could fit 35 clubs in there. It is a big bag.
It's massive.
Your bag should have two straps.
Yeah.
Your bag should have two straps.
You can't do that. Yeah, I'm not. So I guess that's one that I'm not guilty of.
If you don't have a combo stand bag, get out of my face.
I've never had a staff bag. As a matter of fact, the one bag that I love that I never use is like supposed to be a carry bag. And I don't like the way it stands up, but it's like even smaller, but it's just not feasible to use. I don't understand why guys would want to carry that. Even putting it on the cart, even though you're not carrying it, like Nate has said before in previous episodes, there are times where it's cart path only. You got to grab your bag and just go across to the other side of the fairway and hit. And that guy that hauls that lug of junk around that looks like a friggin' log on their back that they're carrying around, quit doing that. Do not do that.
Move on. We got to get.
You don't need the space.
No,
you don't need it. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Some of them are carrying like 17 clubs. So yeah, they probably do need the space.
I'm not talking like all the pockets and stuff. Like you need balls, tees, some sunscreen, maybe a Band-Aid or two.
Yeah.
The rest of it's just superstitious, not superstitious, just gratuitous.
Put
I've used that word before and you guys got upset because you know what it means. Number 3 on the list of top 5 golf no-nos, not letting faster groups play through.
Were these ranked? Let me ask you, were these ranked or were you just numbered them?
I probably should have left the golf balls, your name on the golf balls and bags for the end because that's kind of the most like notorious one. But not necessarily. This is kind of as they came to me. Dude, the primary one was the name, you know.
Well, this one should be number 1. If it's not, this one should be number 1. If there's any sort of order, this is the maddest I'll ever be is whenever this happens. That's and I am a peaceful guy. Like it takes a very lot to make me angry.
Really sensitive.
This is one of them. This is one of them. You got to be aware. I'm not saying you have to have anxiety when you're playing and there's groups coming up on you and you're trying to, play your game. And then if it's just not going well and there's groups catching you, just let them through. Just let them through. Just relax.
If there's a hole open in front of you,
if it's backed up, so be it. If you're waiting, but if you are the group,
if you're the cause
where everybody else in front of you has gotten away from you and there's open golf course in front of you, because you should never have to ask to play through.
The only time that I've refused, and again, they couldn't have gone anywhere. And I told you, same course that play all the time. They will let singles go off on Sunday afternoons. and then that single will try to blow through. When they get done, it's not happening. You are not coming through. Like that.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
People I play with have like a big issue with singles, so it's like, yeah, no, screw that guy. Like he's playing by himself. Like like it's like somehow they have less privileges than everybody else.
Like, and the whole reason they're doing it is because they're kind of hoping they can get 18 in late in the afternoon, and they think that they're just going to do nothing but skip people so they can get their 18 in, and that's just not happening. I'm sorry.
I got no problem if you skip me, like if you ride past.
If you want to skip me, fine. But
yeah.
You're not playing through. I'm not letting you play through as a single when we're
you could join.
We're waiting on a foursome.
I love that. I love a rando jumping in.
I love a rando friendship. Just jump in on like number 7.
It's play. Happened in Nate time before we went to watch you. We met up with Frank. We had rando breakfast at Waffle House with Frank.
Yeah,
that's just us.
Love it.
A little different. Sitting in a booth with somebody you don't know is a different.
Than sharing a fairway. Sharing a booth and sharing a fairway and a tee box, a little different.
It's all right. It's fantastic.
Catch a bottle with a guy.
Yep.
You don't know a man. You share the
Yep, that's right.
So
we have broken bread.
Yep.
All right,
go quick. Move to number 4.
Number 4. So this is if you're in a group, do not give putts to your teammates if you're in a bed. If it's two-man teams, do not give your teammate a putt. Okay. Your guy, you're out of the hole. Guilty. And your guy putts up to 3 feet. You know, hey, that's good. No.
Guilty.
Pick it up.
Absolutely not, Ben.
Yep.
That's a good way to
I don't care if it's rude.
Butt kicking in the parking lot.
That's fine. I don't care. You know what? You don't want to give it to him. You better chirp up. You better say something real quick before he swipes it before he
you're gonna go there and slap it to your own partner. Also, if you're
no, I won't touch it. I will not do that. But I will say that's good, and I will walk away to see if the other team catches if I said that or not. That's on them. But I will not. No, I won't rake it for him. I will not do that.
Who are you, Patrick Reed?
Or if you're No, hey,
that was very Patrick
Reed. You and me had texted earlier and said that we do need to be nicer to Ben on the show, and I don't think that's part of what we need to be talking about.
Gracious, give a guy a break.
Hey, let me throw.
If you're sorry, go ahead.
I want to add something to this. So, like, what if someone on the other team? Have you ever done this? If someone on the other team is like maybe a little aggravated, pissed off, and they say a putt's good and it's not good. Like it's way outside of, maybe they didn't take a quick look at it. The angle was bad.
Or they don't realize you're getting a stroke or something.
Yeah. What do you do there?
Yeah. So what if me and Kyle on a team and Ben, leaves it 3 feet short, and like I start to say it's good and Kyle's like, no, it's not. Like, yeah, then what do you do? I'd say
if it's with
the overruling opinion is the one that it's not good.
Or what if
the overruling opinion is that you got to play?
If it's always with the group of guys that I usually play with, there's going to be more needling than anything. So we're probably going to yell and cuss at one another. Like, no, it's not. No, the F it is not good. Like, do not listen to that guy. But I do understand if you're playing in, like, let's say a member. Because when Nate and I followed you around and watched you, and sometimes the other
we put everything out in the member.
You put everything out in the member?
No, I'm joking.
But I mean, well, that was one of my questions, because I've seen it done different ways. Because I think one of the holes, like, y'all left one, like, I don't know, it was like on the lip. It was like a 2-inch putt, and like I think it was either you or JJ walked up and tapped it in real quick, and I was like, I looked at Nate and I said, Jiminy Christmas, man, they don't give them at least a 2-inch. I mean,
sometimes with that, you want to hear it hit the bottom of the hole. You need to walk in and tap it up.
So I didn't know how it went. So I think it's more strict on something like that, because you're playing with people that got paired with you, that it's involved in a contest, as opposed to your buddies. Like if it's the 3 of us and JJ playing, I'm gonna say something just to get one of y'all riled up, just to see what happens. So I'm gonna poke the bear.
There you go.
And if you let it go, it's on you. That's not on me. So
here's a kind of playing off of that.
That guy, Kyle. I'm that
real
guy.
Quick.
That guy.
If it's, especially if it's questionable, if it's like a 3-footer and I give it to you, scoop it up.
Don't ask questions.
Or if you take it back, that you miss it, that's on you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a 4.
Yeah.
I hate that. If you want to putt it again, pick it up, let everybody walk off the green, and you kind of hang back and you can drop it back.
Completely agree.
And then you can slap it around as many times as you want. But, if it's like a 6-incher and you go up there and they say it's good and you slap it and it holds, but if it's like a 3-footer, if it's questionable and they give it to you, pick it up, get off the green.
it's funny you mentioned that, Nate, because I played in a group. It was a member back when I didn't have kids and had enough money to belong to a club. That one guy he was putting for either bogey or double, and his partner was putting for par, and he was on his lines. He was going to putt first. I said, "No, man, that's good." And he walked up and he putted it anyway, like one-handed, like towards the hole. And I said, "Bro, you can't do that." And he said, "Yeah, you gave it to me." He said, "It didn't count anyway." I said, "You just gave him the line. That's the reason I gave you the putt." I said, "Don't play stupid. Like, I gave you the putt so you wouldn't give him the line." Yeah. And I mean, that really upset me. Like, that was one of the times that I got like super pissed because he tried to make it look nonchalant, walked up and he just kind of putted it with one hand. You know how we'll walk up and
rake one in.
Rake one in. But this wasn't a quick rake. This was like a 12-footer and his partner was like 15 feet away. So, I mean, he was just inside of him. So
a little gamesmanship.
So he just, I'm like,
hey, he should have just said no. He should have said like, no. I'm
he can decline it.
Yeah, you can decline it.
Yeah, you can turn it down.
So
also, just real quick, if you ever decline a press with me, that'll be the last time you ever play golf with me. Just gonna make that clear.
Nate's a big press guy.
I pressed JJ really hard.
You big press guy.
You did.
So
me and JJ were playing 16.
That is a time that it's a big no-no to me. If you're playing in some sort of tournament and you got partners you're playing with and you give that, and he just walks up and he acts like it's innocent, like, "Oh, I'll just rake it up. I'll just tap it towards the hole so my partner can get over it."
If they give it to you and you touch the ball, you avoided it. Yeah. And that's all I do. You avoided it. Pick it up and move on.
Looking back at it, what I should have done is I should have said, "Thanks for the hole, guys," and we should have picked up our ball and walked off. That's what we should have done. And then if he said anything about it, so go ahead, tell the pro about it when we get up there. See who he sides with. Like,
and if you want,
tell your side of the story.
If you want to go back and putt it, like in a second, the flag's back in, people have walked off, no one's paying attention, drop it back down, got no problem. You putt it, drag it back, putt it, drag it back. Yeah, no issue with that. I like to do that on the first hole. Someone gives me a 2 or 3 footer. Sometimes you want to see one go in. You don't want to get in a position where you're on the 4th hole and all of a sudden you got a 7-footer and it's the first time you've had to stand over anything and putt a ball that you need to make.
Very true.
So
very true.
Anyway, all right. Number 5, final item on today's
no list.
Do not list. Golfing do nots. This is an amateur rule. Okay, this doesn't apply to pros, although they would never do this. Do not, under any circumstances, pull out your rangefinder for a shot that's inside 75 yards. If you look through your rangefinder and it says 52, throw your rangefinder into the closest lake, take your clubs, put them in your truck, go home and cut the grass. If you can't feel out a shot from 46 yards, then get out. Quit playing golf and go pick up racquetball or pickleball or bowling.
Let me just go ahead and tell you, Nate, you might as well not ask to play with me in college. Because both of us, guilty.
Do you know? I mean, next time you're playing golf, when you're 60 yards out, just look up. And if you cannot feel that shot.
How'd you know you were 60 yards out? Did you walk it off from the 100?
No, you should. I mean, you play enough golf, Ben. You should be able to look at the 100-yard marker. You should know roughly.
Yes.
Next time, I don't know when I'm 60 yards out.
If I'm going to do this operation, let me just guess the appendix is right here. Let me not be real accurate about it. Be with it.
Ben, don't bring your appendix into this. Don't make me feel like an a-hole because we're talking about your appendix coming out.
If it's pretty straightforward.
Is it working? Are you feeling like an a-hole right now?
Yeah, a little bit.
If it's pretty straightforward and the pin, you can see the pin, I'm not going to use I'll typically won't use a rangefinder, but
don't you back down now.
No, but I'll give you an example. The member, I was on number 13. I had like 56 yards in. I couldn't see the flag. So you don't know your depth. We didn't have a pin sheet.
And you don't play that course very often.
Well, we didn't have a pin sheet. Yeah, I could have walked, but I'm lazy. I don't want to walk all the way up to the green and figure it out. So
Dadbods
I take the quick laser out, pop it, 57 yards. Okay. I know.
Love it.
Let me pull out my 57-yard club.
Get out of here. I got the 57-yard shot.
Makes a huge difference. Yes.
You need to walk up and see where the pin is anyway.
No.
If you ain't walking up.
If I shoot, I don't have to walk up.
Lob wedge.
You don't want to
60,
see what you're hitting into.
Lob wedge is 60 in.
I know
Sand
the
wedge
green
is 60 to 90. Yeah, man,
I just need to know how deep it is. That's it. Yeah, that's it. I figured it out. No, I'm.
So you guys both will shoot a pin from 62 yards away.
100,
no doubt,
almost 100% of the time.
Yep.
Most of it's out of habit. Most of it, honestly, is out of habit. But there's just something like you just feel good. You just know the number. Like
mine is questionable. Mine's between, if it's between 60 and 90 yards, yes, I'm shooting it. I mean, that's two different clubs in my bag. Kyle can tell you. I mean, that's two different wedges that I'm using. So
that's why I said 75. I got no problem shooting an 85-yard shot.
75 falls between 60 and 90. So I'm going to measure it. I'm hitting a different club from 60 yards than I am from 75. I'm hitting a different wedge. So yeah, I'm shooting.
But you can't see that. You can't
feel it.
No, can't feel it. No. And I may be feeling something different. I may be feeling strong that day, Nate. I may decide to take the 60-degree wedge and hit it 75 yards instead of just chopping down on that 56.
I like from how many yards? 75?
Yeah.
I like a low 52, kind of just a weird spinner like I had on 6 that day, Kyle.
Wicked left or right spin.
Yeah. I like to finish up here.
Yeah. You finish a lot up there.
Do you get a rangefinder before you finish there?
No, he does not shoot.
And also, if you're riding with somebody else and you take, you need a wedge and a putter, maybe it's your third shot on a par 5 or par 4, you chunk one or something. You're gonna bring your rangefinder up there too.
Yeah.
No,
I do.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
If you can't pull the card up to where the ball is, if you're not allowed to have the cart that close to the green,
no, that's not.
Probably don't need a rangefinder. Probably don't need a rangefinder.
That is a
good rule of thumb for you there, Benjamin.
No, that's a good rule.
And it says carts exit here, and your ball's inside of that, and you're shooting it.
Get out of here.
Because different courses say that you can't
play
pull within 100
with your children.
Some of them say you can't get within 125 yards of the green. Some of them say within 100 yards of the green.
No, what course are you playing?
Your thing right there just said RTJ's 125 now. By the way, so
I'm gonna call Ricky and see if we can get you a membership.
Can't afford it, and so that's the thing. Your rule was 75. You got to get off the course before you get that 75 marker. You got to be on the cart path.
Okay, so where do you draw the line? Where are you going to draw the line? Where's your line? Just a 75 at 75. Okay. Well, you going to draw it at 60? You going to draw it at 50?
No, I'm drawing it at 50. Inside of 50, I'm taking the 60 degree and I'm taking the putter. That's it. So yeah, 50 yards.
Kyle, where you draw the line?
When you said 75, so you said 75, I'm like, man, there's 3 clubs I can hit from 75 yards.
Probably, 55 and up. I'll probably try to shoot it. See? If I feel like it's over 50 yards, I'm probably going to shoot it.
Yep. Thanks for playing, Nate. You just got outruled.
You just got 2-1. Suck it.
Hey, listen. Hey, I want to hear from Colonel Steve. I want to hear from you. Who's the guy that stood you up?
Don.
Don't want to hear from you right now, Don.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, Dirty Donnie. I love you. Love Dirty Donnie. Who else do we want to hear from? Just our all-time listeners. Maybe we should ask Blaine. I bet he shoots it from inside 75. No, wait, he doesn't. I'm just kidding. This rule doesn't apply to pros.
Yep. Blaine has it charted off by his
whatever. And did you guys have any honorable mentions? Would you guys like to replace that rule with something else? Does anybody have anything they like?
No, you did such a good job of being so bad at it. We're pretty pleased with it.
But you did pretty much nail all the pet peeves. All the pet peeves. God almighty. Here. Yeah, you nailed it all. There's nothing else we need to add.
Are y'all big stickler? I mean, other pet peeves. I mean, we could do 3 shows.
3 hours.
There's guys that they hate music. I like playing music on the
course. I like
music. They hate music. There's guys that
I'll punch you right in the teeth if you say you don't like music while I'm playing.
I've had a guy that's
turn that down.
Told me to get out of his line from the other side of it, and I tried not to stand right behind the hole. But I've had a guy literally yell at me, and he's like, "You're in my through line." I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Oh, no, through lines, no.
I'm like, bro, it's a 75-foot putt. I don't think I'm the one you need to worry about right now.
Music doesn't bother me, but I can't have people talking when I swing. I'm okay with them sounds prima donna, but I'm okay with them talking. I just want them staying talking. I want the constant sound. I don't want them
like talk right up until I like impact, and then they shut up. And it's like, no, don't do that. Just keep going.
I don't stand over the ball for a long time. I just need you to stop talking from the 4 seconds that I address the ball until I've made contact. See, that's all I want.
See, you and I are probably a lot alike. That Kyle can tell you, I do not waste any time. So I bring a lot of that on myself, where I will get up and I'll hit a ball while somebody's talking.
Somebody.
And not think anything about it, and then they feel bad because they're like, man, hit another one. I didn't mean to do that. I'm like, no, I just suck. Like,
I'll never say hit another one. No, I'll say sorry, but if it bothers you that much, you should back off.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, don't like drive the cart while I'm hitting. Like I said, I'm not over the ball for a long time. I'm not asking for you to stop during my whole pre-shot routine and all of that. Just give me 3.5, 4 seconds.
So I had a guy yell at me like Bubba did Sabatini one time, because some of the carts that we have that we used to have at the old course, that after you come to a complete stop, like the cart settles and then there's this loud click.
Yeah,
and so it was one of those things where I just happened to be timing it perfect every time. Like I was pulling up, I was stopping my cart, and then right on this guy's downswing, the click would happen. And he eventually like yelled at me like Rory did at Sabatini. He's like, man, that's like the third time. I'm like, bro, I'm not touching anything. Like, just be a little patient. Let us drive up and park the cart. It's going to click every time. And so we kind of, but he was really mad. He was really upset. Of course, he was also losing the bets. Maybe that's part of it.
Only time
go.
I was going to say the only time I had one of those through lines thing, it was completely ridiculous. It was a 17-man shootout. I was like, there's 20 guys out here, dude. What the heck are you talking about? This is distracting you. And the dude was
awesome.
He was an older guy too. I was like, I'm not.
Yeah, that'd bother me.
Get over that. Get over that, buddy.
Yeah, don't say through line to my face. I'm wearing spikeless golf shoes.
If you say through line and you're not a pro,
that's
like
you could catch an elbow.
You could like I'm gonna make a scene, especially if I'm in a 17-man shootout and they say you're in my through line. There's gonna be a profanity.
17 pennies on the
There's going to be a profanity-laden comeback that's going to be coming right back at you on that.
I would say in the golf shoe era that we're in, we're not walking through someone's line. It's more about respect than altering the line now.
Yes.
But through lines, when I'm wearing like basically tennis shoes, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Well, not just that. I mean, you can fix the spike marks. Not that.
That's what I'm saying. It's out of respect. I'm not going to walk through my line. I still step over it.
Yeah.
I think that's just a respect thing.
Not that amateurs didn't fix the spike marks before, but now it's like legal to do it. So it's those guys. So yeah, he was mad though. It
was time for another Nate Pass special list, and I think you pretty much nailed all. It felt great. You nailed all the pet peeves. We could have sidebars on all of them and talk for another 3 hours. But you know what? Long week. It's Tuesday.
Please comment on them. Like, tell us what your pet peeves are. We'll do a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Respond anybody.
If we missed anything, let us know. This has been episode 79. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow, best day of the week. Would you rather Wednesday? And it's going to be electric, diabolical. You won't be able to believe it. Check us out on all social media, on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube. Rate, subscribe, review on the Apple Podcast app. The only daily golf podcast out there, guys. Like, there is nobody dumb enough to put out fresh golf content Monday through Friday. I think
5 days a week.
I think we're pretty dang good at it. So y'all stay tuned. We got a great Would You Rather Wednesday tomorrow. Hang out for the rest of the week. We're going to get you to Friday. We're going to get you to the weekend, and just check us out tomorrow. It'll be episode 80.
Yes.
Episode 80. This is the Dadbod Golf Pod, and we're
always broken.